Hey everybody, welcome back to the last part, well the last part for now of Let's Challenge Pokemon Stadium with me, RockPaperMario. And in this part we're going to try and take on Veridian Gym. Now I have to tell you guys, last week, it would have been a week ago because it was the day that Awesome Sauce and Sweet Victory did their stream. And that was a Friday, yeah, so it's exactly 1 week ago because today is Friday. What date is it? 23rd of September. I have to tell Michael Lucy happy birthday later. And I couldn't beat this guy. Those of you who follow me on Twitter know how much trouble I was having with the third trainer in this gym. And I played Pokemon Stadium all day and I finally figured it out. Okay, I finally figured it out. So we're going to try and beat this gym today. As you can see, I have made a little substitution. I called up Professor Oak and I gave him Cum. And I got Moo Mesa. Do you remember the Tauros we caught in the Safari Zone? And I got him. And I'll show you what move. I have made another change. Pikachu now knows Seismic Toss instead of Slam. Just because I figure it'll probably do more damage than Slam ever will. So, and it's more accurate. So, and Moo Mesa knows Double Edge, Earthquake, Blizzard, and Hyper Beam. Blizzard just to be able to hit flying things. Earthquake just to have an attack to hit like rock types or things that are not weak, that are resistant to normal. And Hyper Beam just have a really powerful normal attack to finish it off, and Double Edge just because it's a powerful attack. So for this trainer, what used I do? I played this battle, these first two battles like a million times last week, and I still can't remember. I think I used to go with Rosagina. Yeah, did I? Or did I go with Bill Murray? I think I used to go with Bill Murray first, and then Rosagina and G, I think is what I used to do. Yeah, that's what I used to do. Because he is a Parasect, so you don't want to start with G, just in case he starts with Parasect, because if Parasect is faster than you, then you're gone, basically. Well, not you're gone, but it's really annoying because he had no Spore, and Spore is 100% accurate, and it's just it's a real pain in the neck, so... Yeah. I think I should start off before I get to the questions, because I do have questions to answer. What's he going to do in flying? Oh, well, let's switch into G. Well, that's probably the best thing to do. Just to take the hit, and then I can use Rock Slide. I think I should apologize, first of all, for just not watching. I haven't really watched any people's videos over this last week. I'll tell you now, I managed to watch DC's Portal 2 video, and I managed to watch one of Amanda's Final Fantasy 9 videos. I think that's all. This morning I watched the Hedonia 37 video, and it's just like, that's all. I have like 20 to 25 videos just in my box doing that I haven't watched. So, but you guys know why that is. It's because this was my first week at college and things have been really busy, and I haven't really had the time to watch videos but when I have had the time, I just haven't felt like it. I really haven't, so hopefully this will take it out. Come on. Yes! Sorry, my throat is really mucusy this morning. So yeah, I just want to apologize. I haven't really been doing anything on YouTube except uploading. So, and I've been able to do that just in the morning, and then I haven't been on YouTube at all, so you guys can understand why. So just sorry about that. Then first question was asked by Zero Master LP, and he asked two questions. The first question is there a game I would like to LP but can't? There is a game I'd like to LP but can't. I'd like to LP Jurassic Park for the Sega Mega Drive, but I don't have the cartridge anymore, and I don't know whether my Sega is still even... whether the Sega Mega Drive is even compatible with the recording software I have. Golbat is probably his last one, is it? I'd say he'll pick Golbat as the last one. Golbat was one. Big Mouth Golbat Silverhammer. So yeah, that is one game that I'd like to LP, but I can't. I'd probably have to get an emulator set up, and I'm not that fond of emulators. There are only 3 games I always say that I'd ever play on an emulator, and they're Mother, Earthbound, and Mother 3. Just because there's no... I told you, Golbat. Just because they're the only ones that I have no other way of playing them. that's why. They're the only ones I play in an emulator because I have no other way, but I don't see any other way I could play this Jurassic Park for the Sega Mega Drive except on an emulator. So yeah, that is one game that springs to mind. He also asked, do I like anime, or I can't pronounce that word, tokusatsu? Tokusatsu, I don't know whether that's what it's pronounced like, but it's basically like Power Rangers and stuff. I don't really watch anime, and I don't watch that other thing. I used to watch Power Rangers when I was like 5, when it was new. Well, when it was new over here, when it was like first being made in the 90s or whatever. We used to get it a bit later than in America, I'd say. But I used to watch it then. I remember we had this action figure of one of the monsters from it, and it was like the guy that's made out of, like, completely made out of eyeballs, and he used to like fire eyeballs on strings out of his hands. I remember that, I had that, and I remember the pig monster guy that was like a pig with a centurion's hat or whatever. But other than that, half the reason I watched that show was because of the monsters, because they were cool. I just really liked things like that. So, oh, good job, Bill Murray, you won it. Yeah, that battle's not that hard. The next one's pretty okay as well. It's the third one is crazy. Wait till you see. I kind of like to get a chance to show off Moo Mesa if I could. I'll put him in the next battle. So yeah, I don't really watch anime. Mostly because the dubs are pretty shit usually. And it, like, I do read manga. Like, I read all the manga. Like, I read One Piece, I read Naruto, I read Bakuman, are the 3 that I read at the moment. And I've like Full Metal Alchemist is finished, I read all of that, and Death Note is finished, and I read all of that, and I read all of Cardcaptor Sakura. Don't judge me! I like Cardcaptor Sakura, but that's because I liked the show when I was smaller, and that like got me interested in it. And I think I think it's really mean for it to be classed as like a girl's manga when it's actually really good, and it's actually really touching. It's actually really touching at the end. I don't know, and it's really funny. So no, I don't really watch anime and stuff, just mostly because the translations are pretty crap, and they kind of stray from the manga sometimes, and then that kind of looks weird to me or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think we want to start with Bill Murray usually. Yeah, probably Bill Murray, G, and Moo Mesa. Moo Mesa is good, but I kind of always use him at the end just for finishing things off because he's fast and Hyper Beam can just finish things, so that's what I usually end up doing with Moo Mesa. Okay, as far as I remember, one Psychic will take this guy out if he doesn't switch. Yes! Okay. I'd say we're gonna win. I've finished this battle with Bill Murray only, and him have full HP. I've done this battle without getting hit once with Bill Murray, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Hopefully. Enigma341 asked, do I mind that I have like 1,000 and odd subscribers, but that I only get 100 to 200, like I get less than 100 views on Final Fantasy VI, just because it's not as popular, but that I only kind of get in between 100 and 200 views on when I upload a video. It really doesn't bother me at all, to be honest. Like, I mean, if it were to bother me, then that would imply that oh, good! Jeez, this is going... See, this is what I'm talking about. This team, what he tries to do is he uses double team and then he uses toxic. That's his strategy with most of them, is to use double team and toxic. So while you're missing, he's like you're losing HP on the poison. The poison! Dracula, suck out the poison! So yeah, subs greater than views. I don't really care, to be honest. I mean, like, I don't really care as long as the people that I know that the people who watch my videos enjoy my videos. Like, I do this LPing thing. I don't know if this is like the popular thing to say, but I do this LPing thing just as much for myself as I do for other people. You know, I really do. I mean, and like the thing that, I don't know whether I should say this or not, but one of the things I like about LPing is that it's a part of my life. It's one of the only parts of my life that I have 100% control over, because no one has 100% control over their life. And I think LPing is one of those things that I do have 100% control over. And that if it ever came to the thing that, if ever the day came where I just wasn't having fun doing it anymore and I just felt, well, look, the time has come, I could just switch, like I could just turn off the light and close the door. I could just say bye. I wouldn't have anything. There's no kind of responsibility. Well, no kind of huge responsibility to people or anything like that. Like, I could just, like, disappear that part of my life. And that's something, not that that's going to happen or anything, I don't want to worry you, but not that that's going to happen, but, like, I like having that kind of control, and I do this as much for myself as I do for anyone else, so that's one of the reasons why I don't really care how many views or subs I get, as long as the people who do watch enjoy it, you know, and, like, I hope that answers the question. Okay, this is the trainer. He has, okay, on this team, Zapdos, right? And that fucking Zapdos has the only 100% accurate thunder in the entire game. I swear to God, I've never seen that thing miss. Never. So he has that Zapdos, right? That's the most dangerous thing. The other most dangerous thing on that team is Tentacruel. That fucking Tentacruel, right? And he can, like, you'd think, oh, I'll start with Bill Murray because he can hit Omastar, Dodrio, and Tentacruel, and he could do some damage to Zapdos and stuff like that. No, you don't, because if you start with Bill Murray, he starts with the Tentacruel, and he hits you with one Hydro Pump and kills you, and then you can't do anything, and then you're trying to kill, then he sends out the Zapdos, and what the Tentacruel does is if you send out G, he uses Wrap, and then he Toxics you, and then he just Hydro Pumps you to death, and that's what happens. The only way I have ever beaten this guy, okay, because I did beat him the last day, is when he uses this will tell you how many times I fought him. I know that if he sends out Zapdos first, then the rest of his team is Omastar and Clefable. Like, every time he sends out Zapdos first, he uses Omastar and then Clefable. So, like, my strategy is to use G, Bill Murray, and Mumesa, and hope that he sends out Zapdos first, okay? And then you'll see the rest of my strategy. But back to the questions. DarkWolf981, please send out Zapdos. Please! I can't watch. I have my eyes closed, my ears blocked. Pinsir! He's never sent out Pinsir first! What? He's never sent out Pinsir first! What? Like, that's stupid! He's never sent out Pinsir first! He always either sends out Tentacruel or Zapdos. And if he sends out Tentacruel first, then his team is Tentacruel, Zapdos, Clefable. And if he sends out Zapdos first, his team is Zapdos, Omastar, Clefable, and then I can beat him! But not if he sends out... I can't beat Pinsir! Especially if he's going binding my ass. I guess I could use this opportunity while G is getting binded. To answer the questions. DarkWolf9814 asked what are my favourite RPGs. You guys kind of know what my favourite RPGs are at this stage. I like the Pokémon. Oh no! I wrote it shorthand, sorry. What he actually asked was, what kind of RPGs do I like better? Now I remember, he asked, what kind of RPGs do I like better? The kind of turn-based battle system that's in Pokemon, or like the same kind of thing as in the Mother games, where there's no kind of... where it's just kind of you each take turns and speed stat decides who goes first. Or whether I like the kind of one that's in the more modern Final Fantasy games of the kind of active time battle. By modern, I mean like Final Fantasy VI onwards, of the kind of active time battle, whereby you have an ATB bar and whoever's charges up first gets to go, and like if you just sit around on your ass and do nothing, then your enemy will get in like a million attacks. But they're the kind of there's like a third type of RPG, which is the action RPG, you know, like Secret of Mana or like Final Fantasy. You fucker! I can't believe he's doing this. He sent out a fucking Pinsir. He's never done that before. That's so unfair. Okay, I know I'm annoyed, sorry. I like both of them. Like, I like, another action RPG would be Super Paper Mario, which you guys know I hate. I don't have much experience of the action RPGs, because I've never I have Secret of Mana, but I've never really played it. Okay. He's going to use Seismic Toss and kill me. He's going to use Seismic Toss and kill me. That's what he's going to do. No, Thunderbolt. Please don't kill G. Don't kill G. Don't kill G. Don't kill G. No! That's so unfair. I sound like... what's her name in Jennifer Connelly in Labyrinth. But that's not fair! Okay, I don't know whether to send out Bill Murray or Moo Mesa. I really don't know what to do. I'm probably gonna lose this. Fuck you with your pincer. I'm gonna send out Mumesa. No, I went to send out Bill Murray! Oh, I don't know what I'm doing anymore, guys. Sorry. I like them both because I like the kind of sense of kind of urgency that the kind of active battle system gives to RPGs. Joe with I just really like that. I just think it makes things really interesting. But at the same time, I really like the kind of the strategy that comes with. That did fuck all. Seismic toss yourself, you fucker. I really like the kind of strategy that comes with Pokemon teams, like, because it's like Pokemon is more like chess, whereas here's me saying Pokemon is like chess. Pokemon is more like chess, whereas like Final Fantasy games where they have the active time battle, it's a bit different. There's a what? Sorry, I'm being so weird, but this guy, oh my god, you guys don't know how many times I tried to beat him the last day. Oh my god, he, like, I might win, I might still win. If I can, because I'll go first, this Earthquake will kill him, and then if Mumesa can be fast enough to use Hyper Beam, then I might, like, be able to then I might get a Hyper Beam off, and I still have Bill Murray, so things are still okay, I might still win. I got caught off, like, on the back foot, but still, so yeah, I don't know. I like both of them. I'd have to say if I were you fucker, you fucking asshole. Oh my god, I hate you. I hate you so much. Sky attack. No, I thought he knew Sky attack. No, it's the Moltres. There's no Sky attack. Oh my god, fucker. I hate this guy so much. Sorry for cursing so much, but I really... This is so unfair that he has this fucking Zapdos. It's impossible. I might as well tell you now what my strategy originally was. My strategy originally was to use G first, and he sends out Zapdos. And then I self-destruct with G on the first turn. That kills Zapdos and G, okay? So now we're... Then, if you can imagine, we're 2 for 2, okay? What happens then is he sends out Omastar and I send out Bill Murray. Bill Murray uses Thunderbolt and Mega Drain to kill Omastar, right? Not much of a problem. Then he sends out Clefable. Now Clefable is eventually going to kill... I'm going to go for a Hypnosis, that's my only choice. Clefable is eventually going... You fucker. Clefable is eventually going to kill Bill Murray, right? But what I try and do is weaken Clefable with Thunderbolts while Bill Murray's still alive, so that then, when I send out Mumesa, I can just use Hyper Beam and kill the Clefable. That's the only way I know of to win this battle. It is literally the only way to win this thing, is for him to do that, so I'm going to have to, like, cut out and cut back to when I'm on this battle again, guys, so... Sorry about that, but, like, I'm lucky that this didn't happen any other time in this series. I mean, to be honest, I mean... See, it's just, I'm gonna lose. I might as well just answer a question. Darkwolf9814 also asked whether I prefer, or whether I'd ever LP Zelda 1 and 2. I'm sure I will at some stage. Maybe not Zelda 2 for a long time, just because I'm not that comfortable with that game. But Zelda 1 definitely, but not for a while. I'm just not feeling Zelda at the moment. Telekinesis77 all asked, is there a game that I never played but want to? I really want to... Oh, there we go, guys. The games that I really want to play, that I never played but want to... I want to play Harvest Moon, It's a Wonderful Life, is one of them. Just because, you know me, I like Animal Crossing, and, like, I've seen Sweet Victories and Awesome Sauce's Harvest Moon videos, and that's kind of after getting me really interested in it. You fucker. So that's... I'm just gonna finish answering Telekinesis' question, and then I'll meet you when I'm back at that trainer, guys. So, like, that's one game. Another game that I would like to play but that I don't have is, like, I'd like to have a go at Shadow of the Colossus. From what I've seen, it looks really fun, I don't know, and just like a nice game that you could just play and stuff like that, I don't know. So that's another game that I kind of really want to play that I never have before. Oh no, Darkwolf984 never asked the RPG battle style. That was I Play My SNES that asked the question about the battle style, about whether I like ATB bars or whether I like turn-based battle. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I've completely fucked that up. I'm so sorry for answering attributing the wrong question to the wrong person. So Darkwolf984, just for the record, I Play My SNES asked, what's my favourite RPG battle style? The turn-based battle or the ATB bar style? And Darkwolf984 asked, what are my favourite RPGs? So I had that right first time. Okay, so when I meet you back, we'll be fighting that trainer, and I'm going to talk about my favourite RPGs like Darkwolf984 wanted me to. So I'll see you in a second, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. He's after sending out Tentacruel. I'm going to try and beat him, but I don't think I can. Seriously, I don't, because he's gonna, like, yeah, do this shit, and it's just gonna be boring to watch and annoying to do. I'm sorry, I'm just, like, not having fun doing this. This battle just ruins the whole thing. It's just annoying, and, I hate to say this, but I'll be glad when this is over, just because of this annoying asshole. I don't know, like, I wish that the last part of this series would be more fun, but I can't, like, have a good time when I'm fighting this, doing this kind of crap, so I'm just going to try and ignore what's going on screen and answer the questions. As I said, Darkwolf9814 asked, like, what are some of my favourite RPGs? I'd have to say I kind of answered that already. Well, like, I don't know, you guys know that I like Final Fantasy VI, obviously is one of my favourites of all time, that, I like Thousand Year Door and Paper Mario. I like Final Fantasy 9 and 10. Do you know, I just as I said, and I think the first or second part of this, I think it was the second part, I don't really have a favourite game, so I'm just gonna keep going. Because if there's the chances I can paralyze him, and if I can do that, then I might have a chance of winning. Because if I can paralyze him, I'll be faster than him at least, and I can use Rock Slide and hopefully flinch him. So yeah, I don't know, like. Oh my god! Oh my god! Am I recording? Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god, go G! Zapdos! Okay, self-destruct. Oh my god, we're in a great, brilliant position. Self-destruct, okay? Okay, he's gonna use Thunder. I don't care, as long as I get to self-destruct and kill that bastard. Okay, see, what did I tell you? It's 100% accurate. Look how much damage that did to G. 165 fucking HP. Okay, come on, kill him, please. Oh, yes! Okay, we're winning, yes! Okay, I'm in a better mood now, sorry about that. So yeah, I think I've answered that favourite RPGs. I think you guys know pretty much already. I like Pokémon, I like Final Fantasy. I'm trying to think of an RPG that, like, isn't a Pokémon or a Final Fantasy game that I like. Like, obviously I like Chrono Trigger and all of them, but okay, he's either going to send out Pinsir or Clefable. I think either way I should send out Bill Murray first and weaken them a bit before I send out Mumesa, because Mumesa's talent is using Hyper Beam on the last Pokemon to kill it. Okay, Clefable, okay, this is good. I'll use Thunderbolt a few times, get down some of its HP. Yeah, you shaking, I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. I hate that song. Stupid band. So yeah, obviously, like, I like Chrono Trigger and all them, and I don't know, I like, I'm trying to think of other RPGs, they just, like, escape me at the moment. Double Team? You fucker! What? You don't do that! You use Thunderbolt on Bill Murray! Paralyze that asshole, Bill Murray. Yes! Okay, good job. Okay, I might be able to kill him with Bill Murray, that'd be good. Yeah, see, I told you, use Thunderbolt. See, now I don't feel safe using Hyper Beam just in case it misses, but at least I can use Double Edge, and Double Edge will probably take him out if I use Double Edge with Tauros. So go Mumesa. Okay, I think we have this one. Darkwolf9814 also... Oh no, what was I saying about RPGs? I just, like, they're not really coming to mind at the moment. Like, I've never played any of those Tales games. I've never played, like... I've never played, like, Xenoblade or Xenogears or any of them. Those other RPG series that aren't Pokemon or Final Fantasy. I don't really play Dragon Quest. I've played, like, a little bit. I'm not that big a fan of it. Go Bill Murray. I can't believe we... And you know what? The only reason we won that battle is that G got that critical hit. Because what happens when you get a critical hit, I don't know if people, like, this is common knowledge or not, but the mechanics for the critical hit are that let's say if you lower their defense, it'll take that into account, so it'll do double the damage, plus, like, it'll do apply the defense lowering. But if they've raised their defense, or if they, I think it applies as well, even with light screen and reflect and things, if they've raised their defense or special defense or things like that, critical hit bypasses that. It basically gives you the best deal, is the easiest way to explain it, what the critical hit does. So if they've raised their defense, just like Tentacruel with Barrier, that's not taken into account. They've basically... They take the stat modifiers that benefit you the most when you get a critical hit. So I don't know if you... That's just a bit of information there of how the game mechanics work. So, oh my god, I can't believe we beat him. We're going on to Giovanni. This is going to be such a long video. It's going to be like over a half hour long because I haven't even made a dent in this question. I'm on to question 3 and there are 13 questions. Zelda 1 and 2, would I ever LP them? Darkwolf 984 also. Oh no, I already answered that. Well, what am I on to actually? Oh yeah, I play my SNES. Asked what's my favorite ability in Generation 5 Pokemon. My favorite ability, I would have to say, I like Swift Swim, just because I like rain dance themes, and I like Snow Warning. I wish there were another Pokemon that had Snow Warning. I just think it'd be, like Abomasnow. Having Abomasnow be the only Pokemon that knows Snow Warning, it means it means that once your opponent sees that you have an Abomasnow, they know straight away that you have a Hail team, and it kind of gives it away. You don't have that element of surprise. Whereas if you have a rain, like I know having a Kingdra on my Rain Dance team gives it away straight away, because what's a Rain Dance team that doesn't have a Kingdra? Nearly every single one does. But like if you think of like using, like I do, using Electrode to set up Rain Dance, or using Perugly to set up Sunny Day, that's kind of a bit less obvious, then you kind of still get that element of surprise, and your opponent isn't already thinking, oh, that's a Hail team, how am I going to go up against that? So... Like, I do like Snow Warning. What's another? That Magic Bounce ability, the new one, that's crazy. Seriously, that is the craziest ability. Magic Guard is another one of my favourite abilities, but that's because I love Clefable so much. I really like that ability. And I love Poison Heal, Breloom's ability. That's another really cool one. Favourite Gen 5 Pokemon, I think I've said this already, but I really like Crustle and Dwebble, the little hermit crab guys. I love them. But you guys know I have a soft spot for bug types. I like those kind of, I like the Leavanny, that guy, the guy who's like a mantis, I like him, and I like Lilligant, that Pokemon, the one that's like a flower, Vileplume 2, basically, I don't know, what else do I like? I love Jellicent and Frillish. I really like them, and I like, oh, what's the ghost type I like? I like Chandelure, and I like and that evolutionary line, and I like Golurk, that guy who looks like the Iron Giant. I like him as well. I love all of those kind of guys, but you guys kind of know what my taste in Pokemon is by now, I think, so you guys should kind of be able to guess. So yeah, let's get started here. I think what we're going to do is go with Bill Murray, G, and Mumesa. Yeah, I think that's probably the safest, and just hope we win. I can't believe this is the last battle of this series. Just fingers crossed, guys, because I don't want to have to fight that third guy again. Nidoking, Psychic time, Psychic time, Psychic time. Yeah, Nidoking is one of those Pokemon. It's a real shame, like, that so many of those Generation 1 Pokemon are kind of getting forgotten. Because Nidoking and Nidoqueen are kind of those Pokemon that no one really remembers, because they're kind of just... not that amazing. They're kind of only okay, I don't know. And like everyone seems to just forget about them, I don't know. And I think that's a real shame. I think all of the Pokemon should be remembered. Another Psychic will finish him off. Mark Boyable asked, like, what do I think of Crash and Spyro, the original ones on the PlayStation 1? I never played Crash when I had the PS1. Never. I know the only things I know about it are from Gavolt's playing of it, and it looks like a really good game. I don't think it'd be the kind of game that I'd like, to be honest. It just doesn't look like the kind of games I'd like. It just, I don't know, just the way you play it, it's not for me, I don't think. Spyro, on the other hand, oh, there she is shaking her tits at us. Spyro, on the other hand, I loved Spyro. I was a huge Spyro fan. Like up until, you guys might think this is weird because I play all Nintendo games mostly. As far as you guys know anyway, Nintendo is my thing. Oh, you fucker. Don't be shaking your tits at me. But like, when I was younger, I never had a Super Nintendo, and I had the PlayStation 1 before I had the N64. I had a Sega Mega Drive, and then the PS1. They were my consoles before I got the N64. And even when I got the N64, it wasn't my main console. Okay, I think I'm going to go with Moo Mesa and try and get an Earthquake in. I think that'd be the best thing to do, hopefully. And then at least I have G at the end. Maybe G would have been better and use Ice Beam. Fuck. I didn't really think that through. Well, we go with Blizzard or Earthquake, guys. I think Earthquake on balance. Come on, be fast. Yes! Okay, see, this is why Moo Mesa is cool, because Moo Mesa is really fast. It's deceptively fast. Like, it's just like, you don't expect Moo Mesa to be that fast, but Moo Mesa is really fucking fast when it comes down to it. Not as fast as Charizard. It surprised me, because I don't use Charizard that much, how fast Rosagina is. I really didn't count on Rosagina being that fast. Okay, we're going to try and do a Double Edge and a Hyper Beam. And if not, at least we have, like, G to fall back on. We're in a really good position here, guys. Earthquake and Hyper Beam probably would have been better, actually. Yeah, see, I keep making these, like, rash decisions. Yeah, we're dead. That thing's gonna kill us, so I should have just used Hyper Beam and gone for it. Well, maybe this Double Edge is powerful. Double Edge is like 100 power. Come on, do some decent damage. Okay, we've got it. If G can take one hit and hit it with a Body Slam, we've got it, guys. Okay? Okay, that's... We've got it, I hope. Just fingers crossed that nothing goes wrong. So, like, Spyro, I loved Spyro. I had Spyro 1, 2, and 3, and they're all fantastic games. Any of you guys who don't know of the first 3 Spyro games, that is... Thank you, Moo Mesa. Thank you. You did your job. You're an amazing Pokemon, and I'm glad to have had you on the team in this last video. Thank you. Any of you who haven't played Spyro, or the second one is called Spyro Gateway to Glimmer, and the third one is called Spyro Year of the Dragon, they're brilliant games. They're fantastic. They're really good collectibles, great level design. They're just so fun to play. I could sit down and play Spyro for hours, really and truly. So, they're my opinions of those two. All we want to do is use a Body Slam. Mark Boyle also asked, what's the first game I ever played? Okay, the first game I ever played, guys. The first game I ever played was the Jurassic Park game on the Sega Mega Drive that I've mentioned already in this video. And it's a really cool game. Like, not that we weren't even able to get, like, past... Oh, I'm so happy. Guys, you don't know how relieved I am. You honestly, you can't comprehend how relieved I am. But we're finished. We're finished at Gym Leader's Castle. And you know what I say to the Elite Four? Fuck you, Elite Four. Ash never challenged the Elite Four. This is Ash's team I'm using. So, and look, I'm Ash. See, it says that. See that name up there? That's mine. Veridian Gym battle clear. Come to think of it, Ash never even beat Giovanni. So I'm after going one step further already. So the first game I played was Jurassic Park on the Sega Mega Drive. We were living in Limerick at the time. We rented out the console. We didn't just rent out the game, we rented out the whole console, and we rented out the Jurassic Park game, and we played that. That is the first game I ever played. It's not the first game I ever owned. It's the first game I ever played was Jurassic Park. We couldn't even get past the first level, guys. We were so bad. I was 3 at the time, I'd say. 3. Yeah, 3. That's my first that's the first game I ever played. First game I ever owned, on the other hand, was we got donated. I think I said this in Luigi's Mansion. I think I might have said this in the Earth Temple as well, but we got donated a Commodore 64, my brother and I, when we were living here by cousins of ours or whatever. Not donated makes it sound like we were a charity case, but that's what they gave it to us, like. So we had the Commodore 64, and on that we had this game that I don't know what it was, but you were in a castle, and like you talk to people, but I was so small I can hardly remember it. We also had this game, we had, what's it called, California Sports something, is that what it's called? Anyway, there was skiing in it, I remember. And what other games did we have? We had this one called Attack of the Wheaties, and we had Boulder Dash. They're the games we had for the Commodore 64, but just for the record, first game I played, Jurassic Park for the Sega Mega Drive. And that's a really good game. It's a really good game. Dude, Dalvazar will back me up on this. That's a really good game. You get to, basically, there are 2 games in one. You can either choose to play through the game as the Velociraptor, right? And if you're playing through the Velociraptor, the storyline is you're the Velociraptor who's escaped from the pen, and you have to kind of make it through the park and kill Alan Grant. That's what your task is. And like the people that work in the park are trying to kill you, so they're the baddies, right? The other option is to play through the game as Alan Grant, and when you play through the game as Grant, basically what happened is you're trying to make your way off the island, so you have to go through the island, and T-Rex is after you. That's what and not like he's chasing after you, but at like the end of certain levels, T-Rex will appear and stuff like that, and it's really cool. So that's the storyline, but it's a really good game, a really fun one to play. Challenging as hell sometimes, but I'm just going to finish the questions here, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, for those of you who don't want to watch all of the questions, I'm just going to say thank all of you for watching. I really enjoyed this series. I know things were a bit bleak there in this video with that third trainer, and I'm telling you now, I didn't expect to beat him when I did. That was just the luckiest I've ever been with that guy. So I just want to thank all of you for being along for this. I might do the Elite Four at some time, but to be honest, I don't really feel like playing this game anymore. So you can feel free to leave now. If you want to hear the rest of the questions, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 questions left. If you want to hear them, so stick around. But for the rest of you that want to leave, I'll just say thanks a million, guys, seriously, and I'll see you in the next side project. But for now, on to the questions. Dalvazar asked 2 questions. Is there a game I hate but everyone seems to love? I'm tempted to say Super Paper Mario. No, I'm not. Because no, I don't think everyone loves that game. That's not a game that everyone loves. Is there a game I hate but everyone loves? I don't think there is, actually. I honestly don't think there's a game that I hate that everyone loves. There are lots of games that I hate, but there are games that other people dislike as well. Like, I know that I always say that, like, oh, I don't like I don't think Mario Galaxy 2 was as good as the first one, and everyone seems to love it. But that's not a game that I hate. Like, I still think it's a really good game. I just think that it was overhyped. I think it's overappreciated. And the other thing I don't like about it is that with Mario Galaxy 2, it's almost like they completely forgot that Galaxy 1 ever existed. Like, the way they marketed Galaxy 2 was that it was the best thing ever, and that Galaxy 1 was a shit game in comparison, and I still think that Galaxy 1 is better, and I don't think I'll ever think otherwise. There are just things in Mario Galaxy 2 that make me prefer the first one. And the first one, for those of you who were around when the first... I speak as if like it happened so long ago, but when Mario Galaxy 1 was the first Mario game on the Wii, and it was the most amazing game. I cannot describe to you the feeling when I played Mario Galaxy 1 the first time. It was just amazing. It really was. And I still love that game. It's just the most warm, just lovely, comfortable game to play. There's no kind of... It's just such a nice game. It's so... There's so much kind of heart in it. Heart and soul. And it's just... It really is a beautiful game. Whereas I don't feel that way about Galaxy 2. It's just kind of another Mario game. Like, it's good, it's a Mario game, and it's great, but I don't feel any connection with it, I don't know. So I guess that's the closest thing to a game that I don't like, that everyone loves. But I don't hate it, don't get me wrong. Now, is there a game I love but everyone seems to hate? Probably Simon's Quest. Yeah, I think that's the best possible answer, is Simon's Quest. I was going to say Metroid Other M there for a while, but it has its fans. But, like, the thing about Metroid Other M is it's similar to my feeling about Galaxy 2, is that people don't hate Other M with a fiery passion, but no one kind of... I've never spoken to someone... Well, I think Tyrrell does, as in Pyro Dragon. I've never really... There aren't that many people that seem to appreciate it and love it the way that I do. Words cannot describe how much I hate to see that game be criticized wrongfully. I think that game is so over-criticized, and I do really think that in another 5 years people will look back and they'll say, Metroid Other M, that wasn't such a bad game after all. It's actually a really brilliant game, and I don't know why everyone gave it such bad press, because it is a beautiful game. It's an amazing game, and the things I guarantee every criticism you can make of that game, almost every criticism, I guarantee you I can give you a reason why that is not a valid criticism. So I'm not just being a super freak fan here. I do have arguments and contradictions for almost every possible criticism that you can level at that game. I just think what happened was when Metroid Other M came out, it got a few bad reviews and people just kind of went with the crowd, and I think that's the worst thing that can happen with a game, because I don't think any reviewer ever really truly reviewed it properly as a brilliant game, because it is a beautiful game. But as games that I love that everyone hates with a passion, I think Simon's Quest definitely, because I love Simon's Quest. There are days when I just kind of like to sit down and play through the entirety of Simon's Quest, and everyone seems to just think that game is rubbish, which I think it's a pretty game. I love it. Favorite Metroid boss? That's a tough one. There are bosses that I really like. I love what they did in Metroid Prime 2 with the gimmicky bosses. I think there are loads of cool kind of gimmicky bosses in Metroid Prime 2 that make it really cool. Joe, like the Spider Guardian and the Bomb Guardian and all of them. I just think they're really fun kind of gimmicky or not the Bomb Guardian, is it the Power Bomb Guardian or whatever? I think they're really cool. I do have to say I really like Phantoon in Super Metroid. I think he's a really cool boss and just a really fun one to fight. So I think I don't really want to say, like, I think I do know my favourite boss battle, but I don't want to spoil it, because it's a boss in Metroid Other M, and those of you who know the game, I don't want you spoiling it in the comments, because it is potentially a spoiler to say who this boss is. But there is a boss battle in Metroid Other M. It's not the final boss, but it is one of the most fun, exciting, heart-pounding boss battles I've ever experienced ever, and that is a fantastic boss battle. I'd have to say that on balance, I'd say that boss battle I'm referring to, those of you who played the game probably know what I'm talking about, is my favourite. It really is. Behind that, probably Phantoon and Super Metroid. I think Phantoon or Dragon are really cool bosses as well. Shadowflame75 asked me to give my 5 favourite Pokemon from each region, and he said I could feel free to pass on it. I think I am going to pass on it. Not because I don't have the time, because we have all the time in the world. I mean, this video is going to be 40 minutes long, but I don't care. I just think that I kind of talked about favourite Pokemon enough that it's not really a necessary question to answer, so sorry about that. 3 things to make into Pokemon, I can definitely think of one. Now, this comes back to Snow Warning. I had the most brilliant idea for a Pokemon, which is an ice and flying type. Not that that's the best typing or anything, but I had this idea for a Pokemon that was a cloud, right? That was just a pure flying type, and it was a little puffy cloud, right? So this is the first one. A little puffy cloud that's a pure flying type, right? Because he's a cloud. And then his evolution splits off into 2 directions, and he can either become a rain cloud, and in that case his ability, he's flying and water, and he has the drizzle ability, right? And or else he can become a hail cloud, and in that case he becomes flying and ice, and he has the snow warning ability. And I just think that's the most obvious idea for a Pokemon, and it would be so cool. Could you imagine that, having like a cloud? It'd be another Pokemon that knows drizzle, or another Pokemon that knows snow warning. I think the game is, metagame is crying, or I hate to say metagame, but it is. The game is crying out for another Pokemon that not better, because Abomasnow does have its place, but the only reason Abomasnow makes it onto teams is because of its ability. And I think the game is crying out for another Pokemon that knows Snow Warning. So that's my idea, is to have like a cloud that can, kind of like Castform, but not like Castform. Not Castform, another Pokemon that's a cloud that can become either a rain cloud or a hail cloud, like a snowy cloud. And he'd be like ice and flying, and the rain one would be water and flying, and they'd have Snow Warning and Drizzle respectively. I think that would make the most sense of any Pokemon. Another Pokemon I always thought they'd make would be like a Grasshopper. And like it'd be a bug and flying type, and it would know bounce. That's the only reason I had that idea, was because I was like, bounce is the perfect move for a Grasshopper to have, and it could be a bug and flying type. So that's my other idea. So that's 2, the cloud and the Grasshopper. The third one I'd love to see would be like I don't know, like a squid or something like that. I'd love to see like a Pokemon, like no, my third idea was that you could have like a ghost and water type that's a big like whale, that's like a whale, skeleton whale. That was my other idea. A skeleton whale that's a ghost and water type that would be really bulky. Do you know, like Wailord except dead? that kind of idea. So, I don't know. That's my answer to that question. Sonic Rocks 141 asked, would I ever do the Mother games? Definitely one day, because I love Mother 1 and Earthbound and Mother 3. I think they're all three amazing games. I don't know which is my favourite, I'd have to say, because they're all perfect. There's nothing wrong with any of the three of them, and I think Mother 1 needs a bit more press, because not enough people have played that. But Mother 1, 2 and 3, definitely, I love them, definitely doing them someday. I'm not really in the mood for them, I haven't been in the mood for playing them for a long time, so it might be soon, I don't know. Masterclaw asked, why did I dumb down his question about the breakfast? I don't know, I think it's because I just couldn't remember exactly the way you asked it, and I don't think it needed to be asked in that complicated a way. Secret Fury asked, what kind of gym, if I had a Pokemon gym, what kind of type would it be, and what would its design be? I'd have, okay, here we go. And I've made this in, remember I was telling you that I've played like the free Minecraft online? I've actually started making this. The type of gym that I would have would be a fossil gym, so it would be like Cradilly and Omastar and people like, but not just fossils, like I could have my Cloyster as well, because Cloyster is like one of the fossils that's still alive, because he's like a shellfish, okay, so that's okay. So Cradilly and like Omastar and Relicanth and Pokemon like that, so it would be like a fossil gym, so it would be kind of like rock and water mostly, but like Cradilly is rock and grass and stuff like that, and Bastiodon, so that would be my idea. It'd be like a rock, it'd be like a fossil type gym, and what it'd be is it'd be like this like white stuff, it'd be like, it'd be set into the face of a cliff, like basically like carved out of the face of a cliff, like, you know, like in Minecraft, but like there'd be all water around, like, and then my gym would be set into this cliff face of white stone, almost like it's just emerging from this cliff and it's perfectly like cut off from the rest of the world. So that would be my idea for a gym, and I just think that'd be really cool. So I'd be like the fossil trainer. And the last question of the series, I Like Me Some Pokemon's asked, what kind of character would I ever be in a game? So I think the way he asked it, would I be the hero? Would I be like an NPC? Would I be the main villain, the less than main villain, or would I be a party character? I don't know, I think I'd like to be a party character, because the thing is, like, I don't know, like, my favourite characters in RPGs are never the main one, usually. Like, in Final Fantasy IV, Cecil isn't my favourite character. Goodness knows, Terra isn't my favourite character in Final Fantasy VI. Vaughn isn't my favourite character in Final Fantasy XII. Tidus isn't my favourite in Final Fantasy X. I just, like, the Starshers are never my favourite in Pokemon. It's just, like, and Chrono isn't my favourite in Chrono Trigger or anything like that, so... Like, the main character is never my favourite. My favourites are always kind of like the other party member. So, like, in Final Fantasy IV, my favourites are Edward, and I like Edward and Rosa and Tella are my favourites. That's Edward, not Edward Edge Edward. Even though I like Edge as well. Then in like Final Fantasy VI, you know, my favourites are like Celis and kind of Celis and Realm and Edgar, and like they're my favourites. And then in Final Fantasy X, my favourite is probably Riku. I really like Riku, even though I like Lulu as well. They're probably my two favourites, and I think Lulu and Riku are probably two of my favourite female characters of all time. Then Final Fantasy XII, Ash is probably my favourite. Final Fantasy IX, Zidane is definitely not my favourite, because he's like, if I like knew Zidane in real life, he wouldn't be the kind of person I'd be friends with. Not at all. My favourite character in Final Fantasy IX is, I don't really want to say actually, because in case Splitable Affinitive watches this, and I don't want to spoil anything, but just know that I'd probably be a party member, probably. You're the kind of guy who you can rely on, but is there when you need them, but not necessarily in the spotlight. So I hope that answers the question. I hope all of you guys liked this series. Thank you for sitting through this video. If you did, I think I might fast forward this a little bit. So I just want to thank you all for watching this series. I really enjoyed it, even though, like I've said this already, but I'll just say thanks again for watching this, and look forward to the next side project coming up after Banjo-Kazooie is finished being uploaded. So look forward to it. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time on whatever that project may be. Thanks a million, guys.